Hey team, wanted to do a more in-depth analysis of my healthy eating, MyPlate 2,200 calorie diet adventure that I've been having. I've been doing it for about 20 days. So before that, I was keeping track of all of my foodstuffs for a while there, a couple months, I think. So I already had data for kind of what my usual was with what I was eating. And so I've got that information down. And I think a lot of that was pretty raw foodsy-esque type as well, but I just wasn't being as mindful about it. It was before I started actually writing down serving sizes that I was doing a lot of the rices and grains and using the stovetop and things. So I do have data from before I started being mindful about serving sizes, before the MyPlate balance came out. And I do know before I started paying attention, I was pretty fruit heavy, and also I was having a lot of grains as well. It looked like some days I was getting up to like 20 servings of grains, and I do not know how that happened exactly. But I do know exactly. I've got all the data, but I prefer not to reflect. I just don't know. I averaged out at about nine or 10 servings of fruit per day, and 9 or 10 servings of grains per day. I wanted to do a quick breakdown. I will say that I had a little bit of confusion because I internalized 2,200 calories for the diet, but it actually did suggest a 2,000 calorie diet, just in general. And so I was thinking 200 more calories than what I thought I was, because I thought I was following one guide and I wasn't. I was 200 calories over. But that being said, I did look online and they indicated for a female adult, I should have between 1,600 calories and 2,400 calories. So I'm still kind of in that zone. I just thought 2,200 when what I thought I was following was 2,000. So that's okay. It's suited. I actually did not hit 2,000 all of the time anyway, let alone the 2,200. So I am not really disappointed. I think I went over 2,000 about 7 times in the last 20 days, and I only went over the 2,200 once. So I'm feeling pretty okay about it. Again, the range I saw online kind of was between 1,600 and 2,400. So it was okay. It was not bad. But for MyPlate, it suggested you have 2 servings of fruits, 3 servings of veggies, 7 servings of grain, and 3 protein servings, plus 3 dairy. I am vegan, so that one kind of got wiped from the board. I do have a calcium supplement. I know there are more things in dairy than just calcium, but that one just got wiped off the board. So I have not been having dairy. I might splurge tonight and get dairy. I don't know. They have some really vegan milk options, and ice cream is kind of what my mind has been since I'm doing this now. Might as well splurge. Only if I have the calories, though. Only if I have the calories. But anyway, so comparatively, I did average over the last 20 days 2 servings of fruits, which is with the MyPlate, only 2 servings of veggies versus 3. I think that was because I wasn't getting a veggie at breakfast and I wasn't getting a veggie at lunch, so I was just having veggies at dinner. So I was kind of, sometimes I was getting it at lunch, but when I'm out working, I do not bring fresh vegetables out just because I don't bring a lunch bag. It's just I prefer just doing like nuts and berries for lunch, and I don't have veggies at breakfast too often unless it's avocado times, and that might supplement those numbers moving forward, because I do have fresh avocados. But I love avocados. That's one of the reasons that I kind of thought, yeah, let's do it, because avocados. But anyway. So I was actually a little low on the veggies sometimes. Grains, I was only getting 6, and that was because the range for grains for MyPlate was between 5 and 7. And so I was originally going with 5, and then I still had the munchies some days, and I was like, wait, I can do up to 7 grains. And so then I started kind of boosting the number up. So that's why that was lower, because I was like, borderline, you have to get at least 5. So I was like, I'm getting 5 grains. And then I read my notes and it said you can have between 5 and 7 for MyPlate. And so I was like, well, now I'm getting 7, guys. But it was still within the calories, so it was fine. Protein, I was also averaging 3, and MyPlate is 3. So overall, not bad. Dairy again was 0. And yeah, So, and that's kind of normative for me. I don't splurge on the vegan milks too often, or the vegan cheeses, and I think that is more of a calcium supplemental esque type. I don't know if there is organic calcium in much of that stuff, or if it is just added in. But I'll have to look into that. That might be a next report. We'll see. But I will say, before I was being mindful, I was eating about 26 servings of miscellaneous food. Daily. So 26 servings. And that's, it's 2 plus 2 plus 6 plus 3 plus 3 for MyPlate. So that's, what is that, 10, 15, 18. So you're supposed to get 18 servings of food a day. And I was getting 26. So that's 8 over. That's, I don't know, that's not great. I'd say it's definitely overeating, over consuming. But I was also getting about 3,083 calories. That was my average. So that is 1,000 over the 2,000 calorie diet, which again is overconsumption. So now I've been mindful. I've been following the MyPlate, and I have been getting, I think it was an average of like 13 or 14 servings a day. So again, that does get closer to the MyPlate, because it was 18, and I've not been doing the dairy. So of course 14, then 15 would be what you would want a day. So I've been getting about 14 servings daily, and I have been averaging calories of 1,840. So that is still under the 2,000, despite the fact that I thought, I had up to 2,200. So yay, what? That was pretty cool. That was awesome. But yeah, so very cool. I do feel like I am being healthy. I love being more mindful. I doing the pre-work, I was a little surprised about like one day I had 20 grains. What was I eating that day? I wonder if that was maybe a holiday. I'm gonna have to look back, but and I can see the fruits. Like some days I was getting 9 servings of fruit, and you're only supposed to have 2. So I know I've been very mindful of that one. I want to be conscientious, because that one I was overdoing a lot, and apparently not as much as grains, but grains hasn't been too difficult until until recently, when I started boosting it up to the 7. And it's like, well, I could have another granola bar and just boost that. Nope, it's stuck at 7. So but yeah, it's been a challenge. I know I do feel that, like, well, I'm ready for food. I want to eat again. I'm ready for food. I'm hungry. That's my stomach saying I'm hungry. I could definitely eat more. But it feels good, and I feel contented at the end of the day with what I'm doing with this initiative, and not with food. And so that's a good contentment. And I do love all the food stuffs as well. And some days, obviously, you're more contented as well. I do have an active job. I am outside working a lot and in the sun. So I know that might count towards some of the days where I'm like, I could eat more. I could definitely have another something. But overall, it's been a lot of fun. I am actually getting a few medical things, so I can do some fun experiments with how much sugar I'm having, and because those granola bars plus the fruits, and I'm just curious about that. And I've working outside too. I know, like, some days we're in the car and I'm just ready to go I'm just like, it's hard to stay awake. And so I kind of want to see what's happening with my blood sugar at those times. So I'm going to kind of play with that a little bit. I'm going to learn a little bit about that. And as well as my iron content, I've got some iron supplements coming. I may have to look again at the dairy. I know that the calcium supplement has been a little hit or miss, so I'll want to compensate for that. But overall, it's been a lot of fun. We're going to add some more data into this, and we'll continue to play with it. So it's been very cool, very fun, and let's keep moving forward.